The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
There's a storm across the valley. The clouds are rolling in. The afternoon is heavy on your shoulders. There's a truck out on the 4-lane, a mile or more away. The whining of his wheels just makes it colder.
Welcome to Community Forum. My name is Priscilla Almquist Olsen. Today is July
16th?
16th, 2024. A little help from my friend here. And we're going to be talking today about the race for the Governor's Council. As you viewers know, I have interviewed several candidates already. And today we have the third Democratic candidate who's running, and I think September 3rd, is that right?
That's right.
When the primary is being held. So you Democrats out there, listen up. And anybody who wants to vote Democrat, you can do that at the polls. Just change your, whatever your filing is. So I have Dave Reservitz, and he's an attorney in Brockton, just over the line. Most of you travel from Easton on Belmont Street, and go over the line and you'll see on your left, just before the stores, the office of
Reservitz McCluskey.
Oh, Reservitz McCluskey. Okay. Dave, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, Governor's Council. Now, tell me a little bit about your background first, where you grew up and...
Sure. Yeah, I'm from this area, born and raised. I, like a lot of Eastonites, I was born in Brockton. I went to Hancock Community School in Brockton. And then we moved to Easton around 1980. And I grew up in Easton, graduated Oliver Ames High School in 1988. Played soccer for OA. Still have family here in Easton, and
so you're a townie like me.
I love Easton. Yeah. I don't live here anymore, but my office is on the Easton line. Still got family in Easton, and just attended my 35th high school reunion at the VFW down on Allen,
right,
and Rockland. From my 35 years out of Oliver Ames.
Yeah, I mean, that must have been fun to see everybody.
We had a blast.
I bet you had a blast, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about you. You grew up in Easton, you're a townie. You went to law school.
Yeah, I went to Northeastern University for undergrad. I went to UMass for law school, got out of law school in 1996, passed the bar exam first time and became a lawyer in 97. Went to work in Brockton, doing a lot of criminal defense work. And they have a program called the Bar Advocate Program, which is like being a public defender, but also being a private attorney. And I worked for that program. And that's really how I got my start.
So what are you doing now? What kind of practice?
Since then I've transitioned my law practice. I've been a trial attorney for 28 years.
God bless
just
you.
About. Yeah. So I have transitioned my practice to really a general practice. I represent a lot of individuals, whether it be small business claims, family claims, injury claims. We do just about everything at Reservitz.
So you're still a litigator, but you've transitioned into a more civil
exactly
atmosphere.
That's right.
Yeah, but you have that background for criminal law too.
Yeah.
So with the Governor's Council, your job is to recommend to the governor judicial appointments.
That's right.
So you have a background both in criminal and civil, and so you can make good judgments about judges who are in those respective positions.
That's right. I have a lot of experience for this. I tried a lot of cases. I've been around a long time. I've always been a trial attorney. It's why I went to law school. I've tried cases, criminal cases in district court and superior court. I've tried civil cases in district court, superior court. I tried the first jury trial in the Southeast Housing Court in Brockton.
Really?
I've tried cases in probate court. I've handled cases in the Board of Industrial Accidents.
So there's not a court you haven't been in, and not a judge you haven't met.
I've been around, not so
Okay.
much in federal court. You can't do everything,
No.
but the governor's council doesn't work with the federal court. So
Okay, so you were just talking before we went on the air that politics is a little different because originally you were appointed by Governor Deval Patrick. Want to talk about that?
yeah, I'd love to. Thank you. When I was a young lawyer in the 90s, I was working as a public defender, and it was when Governor Romney came to office, and he wanted to cut the funding for that program, which was quite controversial because it's a constitutional right to counsel. So I found myself getting political within the legal field, rushing into the State House to fight the Romney administration on that particular issue, and we were successful. And I stayed politically active within the legal field. I became the president of the Plymouth County Bar Association, which I was, at the time, the youngest president of the oldest county bar association in America.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm told. They don't keep records that well, but that's what they claim. And I was recognized by then Governor Deval Patrick for this, and he appointed me to his Judicial Nominating Commission, or JNC. And the JNC is where the process starts for people, lawyers that want to become a judge. You first go to the JNC, and if you make it through that successfully, you're then considered by the Governor's Council.
I see. Do presiding judges also have to go through that first step?
Every attorney that wants to become a judge must first go through the JNC before being considered by the council.
But aren't there judges who want to be appointed to a different court? Do they have to go through the JNC
They
also?
all do. All state judges do, whether it's the district court, the housing court, the superior court, the probate court. They all have to go through. And judges who want to sit on the Board of Industrial Accidents to hear matters of injured workers and similar cases.
So what kinds of hoops do people go through in order to qualify with the JNC?
Yeah, it's a lot of work for a lawyer to apply for a judgeship. They have to fill out the judicial application, parts 1 and 2, which are quite voluminous. You know, the joke is that a lawyer has to shut his practice down for a week to complete that application. And then some are granted interviews, some are not. And if so, they go into a panel. The current JNC is about 27 lawyers from throughout the state, and they will screen and vet these candidates and conduct due diligence on them. And that's what I did.
Oh boy! So you had have that experience. I assume that that's one of the criteria that you're citing, what makes you qualified for this new job at the Governor's Council.
I think so, and I hope to gain the people's attention of my qualifications. And I also have some strong feelings just about democratic issues. You know, I don't want to see our country go the way our Supreme Court has gone. I want to see judges that support a woman's right to choose, judges that are going to be tough on gun laws, judges that are going to support labor. I know not everyone agrees with that, but that's my political platform. It always has been, and that's not something that I would veer from.
And also, I'm sure you want judges to respect precedent. Because the current conservative judges on the Supreme Court do not, obviously, or Roe v. Wade would never have been overturned.
That's right.
Yeah.
They have to.
So
they have to respect case precedent.
Right. And that's the rule of law for most of us attorneys. And what we rely on, actually, to support our cases. So tell me, if you were to talk to the viewers today, what would you say to them about why they should elect you? Because the field is pretty broad this time, isn't it? There are 3 of you running for the Democrats.
There are 4 of us total running on the Democratic ticket.
Okay.
And including myself. And there is a candidate running as a Republican.
And that candidate you will face in November.
Yes, if I am successful in the primary, which is on September 3rd.
Right.
The Tuesday after Labor Day weekend.
Right. So for the candidates, the Democratic candidates, the important date for the viewers is September 3rd.
That's right.
The primary. So get out there and vote. So what do you, when you look at a judge and you're going to make a recommendation to the governor, what sorts of attributes for that judge? How do you want that judge to be sensitive? What issues do you
Yeah,
want
that's a
him to be
great question.
sensitive to?
It's a great question. There's a lot to consider. It's such an important decision when we're vetting our judges. I mean, we, the people of this great district that goes from Milton all the way down to Attleboro, from Framingham all the way down to the Bridgewaters, including our hometown of Easton, we come before these judges all the time, whether they're affecting someone's life in a criminal matter that has issues of liberty, whether it's a probate family court matter with issues of custody and visitation, whether it's a major financial dispute. We have to find qualified attorneys that have spent time, as we lawyers say, on both sides of the V, as plaintiffs and defendants, as defense attorneys and prosecutors, perhaps, that have collected a decade at least of experience trying cases so that they understand what it's like to be a litigant and they have the right sensitivities to that. We also have to look at what type of people they are. What do they do in their own community? What are their political ideologies, and what type of how are they going to treat the litigants of our community? You know, we want to be we want judges that are going to acknowledge major issues like addiction, but we want judges that are going to be tough on drug dealers to address that issue. We want judges that will acknowledge mental health and the challenges that it poses to families these days. So we really look into these candidates as closely as possible, because when a judge gets appointed, they're appointed until age 70.
Uh-huh. So it can be quite a number of years.
Yeah.
And we've all seen judges who lack the sensitivity to individual claimants, whether it's a defendant or a petitioner or petitioner, to their respective positions in life. So we don't want judges to be easy, but we want them to be very fair and sensitive to the needs of the people before them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, that's what we hope the people on the Governor's Council, what they feel and how they act. So
that's right.
Appreciate that. So give me the pitch why you think you're the best candidate.
Well, I have the most experience. There are 3 other people running for the office. 2 of them are not attorneys. One of them is an attorney of approximately 9 or 10 years. I've been an attorney for about 28 years, but I've also tried a lot of cases. There are a lot of lawyers that go into practice that, for whatever reason, don't get into court that much. It's just part of the job. I've been a litigator for 28 plus years, and I've tried a lot of cases. And I've also been the president of the Bar Association, and most notably, my time on the Judicial Nominating Commission. That was solely for the purpose of vetting judges. So I'm the only candidate in the race on both sides, of Republican and Democrat, that has actual experience in vetting judges, which is the job of the Governor's Council.
Right. Okay. And so are you going to be I mean, you have 34 communities.
37.
Oh, sorry, 37.
Yeah.
And how do you reach all those people?
It's very difficult. It's a huge district, and a lot of people don't know about the Governor's Council. In fact, when they get the ballot, either mailed or they go in to vote, it will just say council, and the names are alphabetical, and my name will be last. And a lot of people who go in to vote for their counselor or their governor's counselor might not know what it is, but it's really crucially important. Our judiciary is part of our governmental branch, as you know.
Exactly. Right.
A very important one.
Yeah, and also you have to be very neutral. You know, we all have our personal philosophies, but we have to judge the judge as somebody who is going to be fair, is going to listen, going to be sensitive, and so forth, and not necessarily adopt all of our personal beliefs, right?
That's right. When I was on the JNC, one thing I learned is that the best lawyers don't necessarily make the best judges. Lots of real successful trial attorneys. There's one from Easton, Kevin Reddington. Everyone knows him.
Yep.
One of the best trial attorneys in Massachusetts, maybe in America.
Right.
And he'll tell you, as he's told me, he doesn't want to be a judge. He has incredible advocacy skills. That's not the job of a judge. A
Right.
judge is more like an umpire to call balls and strikes, but to know how to apply the law to the arguments that are given before them.
Right, right. That's a good, I like that umpire
Yeah.
analogy. Very
Yeah.
good. Well, David Reservitz.
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 That's
Oh,
fine. It happens all the time. Reservitz.
Reservitz, like
Yeah.
reserve.
Yeah, yeah.
So reserve your vote for Reservitz,
Yeah,
right?
there you go. Thank you.
A new campaign slogan. Okay. And Reservitz is Reservitz.
That's right.
First name David.
That's right.
So David's the easy part.
Yeah, well, you can call me David or Dave.
Yeah. Okay. And your website is?
It is www.votefor.dave.net.
VoteforDave.net. Okay.
That's right.
And so check him out again online. You've met Dave Reservitz today. And did I say it right?
Yeah, Reservitz.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate your coming on board and presenting yourself to the people of Easton and the wider community.
Thank you.
And hopefully you will be able to run the race without being totally exhausted. 37 communities is a big.
I'm not letting up.
I can see that. Thank
Yeah.
you, everybody,
Thank
for
you for having
joining us. Hope that you've enjoyed this presentation, that you'll get out to vote, whoever you're going to vote for, but become informed. And today you've been informed about the job of Governor's Council, and you've met one of the 4 Democratic candidates, David Reservitz. So, until next time, Priscilla Almquist Olsen, be well.